guys. Hi, my friends. How's everybody doing? This is Sheree. I'm so glad you're here. I am working on the Valentine Binder journal today. And this is the second video. And got little strings. But anyway, we did the cover, the front and back outside cover in the first video together. It took longer than I thought. It always does, right? But now I'm working on the inside. So, boom. I already did it. It was just gluing paper in. But I do want to explain something to you. And I experimented with the first page. So let me take out first page. Because it's, I wanted to make sure it was going to work. And I'll show you why in a second. But all I did, and I want to explain it and talk about this, because I had questions when I did the Santa or Christmas binder journal about how did I get the fabric or whatever was next to the rings under. And I tried to explain in the comments, I think, that I didn't get it under. So I'll explain it here too, just as a reminder of how I did this, because it's nothing complicated, you know what I mean? So all I did with that Christmas binder and with this journal is tuck whatever materials are next to the rings right up to the rings, or if it does go under a little bit, it looks like it's under there, but it's not. It's just tucked right up against it, or if it goes under a little bit, then it does, but it's not under. So this is the way this particular binder is shaped. As you can see, the rings are over here and not here on the spine. So I just tucked this piece of cardstock, and I think it did go under very, very slightly, but not hardly any. But I just made sure there was glue right there so that when I tucked it under, that the glue was kind of being pushed under that piece of paper, so it would be nice and glued down. And then I did the same thing with the fabric. The fabric, really, I don't think it's under at all. If it is, it's barely under there, but I just really tucked it right up next to the rings and made sure, again, that there was glue right there so that when I put the fabric down, it was nice and solidly glued down. And then on the binder, on the Christmas binder and this one I have a little piece of paper right here. And here the same, cherry cardstock. I have a piece there and a piece there. So that does help it look like it's tucked under, because you have this paper continuing, but it's not. It's a separate little piece of paper I cut there and just glued on. So that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about as far as this. Otherwise it's just, kind of measuring and cutting your paper and gluing it down, and your fabric and gluing it down. So that's why I didn't do it on video, because it's such a simple thing. And I thought I would just explain that about the rings. And I'm not actually tucking it under. It's actually just right up to it. And if it goes under slightly, all the better, but it's not under there. So then I took remember when I took this out of in the first video, I took this first page that had the copyright information, 1976, on it. And I said, oh, that's such a thick cardboard. Well, then I realized as I was getting ready to do maybe some pages that I could use this for a template. So I took it like this. And I was like, okay, how did this go? And I was like, oh, And first of all, I noticed these wide holes. See how wide they are? I was like, oh, is that necessary? Let me get the pages too here and show you. So here's the pages. And as you can see, the holes are not as wide as this. I'm sure there was a reason for that, but I don't need my holes that wide. So here's the regular holes on this. But I looked at it and I thought, okay, so I thought, okay, I can use this for a template, and the width is good. But look how much room I have here under, like 1/2 inch on the bottom, 1/2 inch on the top. I was like, I think I can make my pages longer. I mean, why not? I don't know why these pages are so little. It's just the way they made it, right? So I took a piece of paper and experimented. This is cardstock. I love this flowered cardstock here. And it's all from the Valentine collection kit. But, and then so I just cut a piece, you know, the width, the same width, because I think the width is good. But I cut it as long as it could be to fit within this back cover, and that's how I got my, see, it works just fine. So it's, you know, there you go. It works just fine. It turns. The holes don't need to be wider. It turns out these rings are nice and together. They're not, you know, any kind of whopper-jot, I don't think. I mean, it's from 1976, but nothing's catching there. So I think we're all good there. So now I thought, you know, when in the first video, I was thinking, I don't know why I didn't think about it during the first video, but I was thinking my pages were going to be like 6 inches wide, but they're only going to be this wide. So all those scraps I showed you in the first video, I'm going to get to use those as pages now, which I'm super excited about. Let me tell you how wide this is. Let me find, where's my ruler? I kind of did a little organizing after the last video, but I need to do some more here. I cleaned out my top basket of my project cart, to my, you know, little rolling cart that I have here in my craft room that I've shown you in, you know, craft room tours. But yeah, that's for when I want to clean off my desk or I have too much here. I put it over in that top cart, and that's my current project that I'm working on. So I don't have to have everything here piled in front of me like I do right now. I cleaned it out, but I actually, what did I put in there? Oh, I just put the cards in there. These, I'm like, I'm done with those for right now. Let me put those in my basket, and then I need to clean off some more. But so these pages are actually only 5 inches tall. I mean, wide. So that frees up. Let me actually keep this out now. Well, I'll use, I don't want to mess this up, so I'm going to put this back in here. I kind of need it for the length, though. Let me take both of these out. So let me show you. Let me show you. I'm not excited at all, right? So I showed you in the first video, but now I'm so excited because I was thinking I was going to have to make Franken pages. Remember I said that? If you watched the first video, if you didn't, go back one. There it is. But these are the pages that are from the, you know, the Valentine kit that I showed you. Collection kit from Cartabella that I got on echopark.com like over a year ago. But these are the pages, so now I can use these ice cream and sprinkles, hearts and bouquets of flowers, stamps, all kind of Valentine stamps. This burgundy with the flowers, hearts, flowers, more flowers. Can't have enough flowers, can you? Pink and white checkerboard, buffalo check, whatever you want to call that. Hearts and a plaid. So I'm going to cut all of these into this page right here, and I'm going to put all of these. That's going to be our first pages in here, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to cut these. I'm going to pause and cut these so we don't have to take up time on camera. For that, I'll come back and show you, and then we'll take our next step. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I got those cut and put in here, and there ended up being this many. However many this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think. Double-sided, pretty double-sided cardstock pages. All from the collection kit, the Valentine collection kit. I decided I would like this as, since it's a Valentine journal, the hearts as the first for now anyway, which I think it's gonna stick. The hearts for the first page. I was looking at the pages from the book that were originally in the book. I thought I would put them in here for now. I don't know. I could change my mind and take them out. But like, we can decorate these or do something with these. But I thought it would, right here it says, to my dearest wife, Shannon. And, you know, it's all about plants. But as a nod to what the book was, or what the binder was before, like this was a plant book type of thing. What I did with the, I cut, you know, the pages, uses that first page that I did and the other little page as the template, and I just centered, I'm trying to find it, what I did when I cut the holes. Like, I didn't measure, I just took this and put it in the middle of the paper, because I cut the paper, you know, the right size. And I took this and put it in the middle, kind of, so I eyeballed it. If you're not good at eyeballing, you might want to measure if you're doing something like this. And then when I punched the holes, you know how this has the long holes, I didn't want to use this or one of these because I didn't want to mess up these holes. So I just took my hole punch and put it over this kind of slot, you know, wide hole here they have, and I kind of brought it right into the curve here and punched. You know, I could feel it. Brought it right into the hole and punched. So that's how I did the holes. But I did eyeball it from top to bottom. I kind of like, okay, you know, there's the center. A little bit like, see how it's the same from top to bottom, like about 1/2 inch or whatever that measurement is. I didn't measure, I just eyeballed it. But if you're worried about eyeballing it, just measure if you need to. Anyway, I thought I'd put one of these pages on every other in between for right now. And then I want to decorate the divider pages, which we said was, we have 4 in the first video. We said we have 4 divider pages. So also make sure, like if you're doing double-sided paper, make sure which side you want. Like say you wanted this side, you'd have to punch your holes over here. It didn't matter to me because I think I love these papers. They're so pretty. So pretty. So yeah, I'm putting one. Let's see how many. Let's see how many, if we have any left here. I think we're going to have none left or 1 left. Let's see. Do we have 1 left? Oh, we have 1, 2, 1. These are pretty thick papers. They're almost like lightweight cardstock, if you can hear that. They're thick pages. Okay. And I might take them out later, or if somebody gets this and they don't want them in there, if I still have them in there, you can take them out. But I don't know if they'll stay in there, but for right now I'm putting them in there. And so we have 2 extra. See, these are just text. Well, this one has some pictures on it, but these are just text. So we'll see. We'll see what we do with those. Then I have this template, which I will put along with, you know, when this journal goes to its new home. I will put this template that I'm using, which is actually the first page with the copyright. I'll send this along with it so that somebody can make new pages. If they want to use this, they can. And then here are the divider pages. Let's see how these go. Let's see. It was in like this. I took it out and left it the same way I took it out. So there's 1 tab here. I would like to see maybe this one second. See how they stagger. I don't know if they're actually in the wrong order or what, but I took them out as they were. So 1 here, then number 2, number 3, and then this will be number 4, so that they stagger down like that. So I think that's good. Now I might leave the original names on here and then just cover this and this with something, but I haven't picked out anything yet. So I don't want to just decorate it. I want to completely cover it because it's just all about plants again. We already have those other pages about plants, so I don't need more plant information in a Valentine journal, if you know what I mean. So let me go look for some paper, and I think we can go ahead and get these maybe covered in this video and then move on with other fun things to put in here and see. Here's how much room we have. And yeah, there's a lot. I think I can fit quite a bit more in there. So let me go back. I don't want to use the double-sided paper on these, so I'm going to go find some pretty paper. I'll be right back. Okay, so what I did was, instead of paper, I got out the other things that I'm using in this journal, or plant. You know, I've been kind of stashing away for this journal, for Valentine's journals. and I got some cards out, and I thought that would be cool to cover these with cards, with the cards. So this is one of the cards. These are vintage cards that were used, and this was the cover, and then the inside of the cover was this heart right here. So I put it, front and back of this divider. I'm going to punch the holes too. I don't think I've punched any of the holes on camera yet. So I was going to actually show you how I'm doing that. It's not a big deal, but this is rather thick though after I've put a layer of paper on the front and the back. So hopefully it will all go well here. But I just put my regular hole punch over that wide hole and then felt inside there and then brought it back to this point right here, the edge of that wide hole. And that's what I've been doing on all of these things. And I used the whole front and back side of the front cover of this card and did not cut the length, even though it was taller than the divider card. I'll show you. I will hopefully show here, right here, right in front of me. So here's the divider page. Here's the card. So this little piece up here stuck up, but I did it, since I used the front and the back inside, part of the cover of the card, I just glued it right over the top of that divider card. And so now it's a little bit bigger than this one, which is fine. We'll put it in here and see how it looks. Hold on. Let me grab my... Here it is. I just don't want to lose my pin if I don't have to. I mean, I have plenty of pins, but I don't really want to lose my pin for my glue. So anyway, let's just see how this looks and fits in here. So these rings don't have a little thing on the end. You just open it like that. And so this can be popped right on there. And there it is. One done. So we have 3 more to go. And so I thought I would do those on camera since I kind of wanted to do that one to make sure of how I was going to do it. Let's see. No, I don't want that card. I want this and these 3 here. And so let's see. Where is, I wanted to show you, like here's the back of that card. It's just a white sheet of paper, which I can use, of course, for backing or something. So I'm going to keep that. And here's the inside of the back. So I used, it had 2 layers. So I used the front and back of the front on that divider card. And here's the 2 layers of the back. I cut, it was folded. It's one of the cards that, folded in half and it unfolds like that. So I just cut the fold off and now I've got these 2 pieces. I might cut this out here. And in fact I will, but not right now. And use this little Valentine quote there or a sentiment in the journal somewhere. So I think that would be cool. So let's see. I have another card here. It has a heart on the front. And this one also folds. Look at that. It must have been popular back in whenever these cards were sent. I believe they're all vintage. I have this one with the heart. I have this one with strawberries on it. And little hearts here. And sentiment. So this is a Hallmark card. It's also, I don't think do they make these anymore like this? I haven't seen one in any of the cards I've bought recently. I don't think they make them like that anymore. Here's a bigger one with lots of sentiment, and it's a 3-panel card. This is a little bit big, so I don't know. I might just stick to these smaller ones, but I could cut this down into a page if I wanted to, which I see on the back of it. There's nothing there, so that could be a nice page, possibly. I'm thinking if I make another journal, though, it will be a little bit bigger than this one. I've got another binder picked out, just FYI. If I have time, I will, and I should have time to make another one. It's a little bit bigger than that one, so this would fit in there nicely as a page. Here's another bigger card, but this is all kind of sentiment here. And then, so I might just use that top part, but not on these dividers. These will cover them nicely. So I need one more, and I have this one. Let's see, do I have any more? Oh, I have one. Oh, I have one more. This one here. Let's see, is this the same as that one? Hold on. No, it just had the same, it had a little border here. It had like a little border like this one did. This one looks like fabric. Let me show you up close. This looks like crochet trim. This looks like eyelet fabric right here, and it has a texture like it's embossed. This looks like crochet trim. It's also embossed, and so are these flowers. These flowers. So really cool card, how it actually looks like. It could give you an idea of what how to make a Valentine with, you know, cut out a pink heart, put some crochet around it, you know, go from there. You could even make this little girl out of some fabric and some actual, put little silk flowers, actual, you know, you could make this. I think that would be, it'd be fun. It might take a while, but it'd be a lot of fun. The hat might be the hardest part, actually. I don't even think the little shirt would be that bad, but the hat, well, I think it's possible. It's just a little kind of oval with a little round piece on the top. Yeah, I think the hat is doable, actually. Okay, let's cover the rest of these. I got 3 cards, 3 divider pages, my little template here. So let's start with, let's do something different. Let's do this little strawberry one. So this is what I did with the other one that I didn't do on video. So I was wondering what everybody's doing different in 2025. Are you doing anything different? Like with whatever, crafting, exercise, health, financial, spiritual, just anything and everything. Oh, this is embossed right here. That's the very back of the card. That's cool. Okay, now here's the 2. This is a front piece. Let's see, so this one, this was the, wait a minute, I'm getting confused now. What did I just cut off? I just cut off this, and it was like this. Okay, so I can cut this out and use it separately, but it's got writing here. If it didn't have writing here and here, I might use it as a whole, but since it does, I'm not going to be able to. This is red on the back, though. I could use that. Let's see how wide this is. It's a little shy of being wide enough, but so was that back of this one. See, I got a little white sliver there, but I might put some trim there or something. I guess that's what I could do, put a little trim there. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, so maybe that's what we'll do on here. So let's cut off this fold. I just want a little bitty tiny sliver off here just to cut this fold off of here. Not taking off any width. So there we go. And then we're going to glue this on here, just like I did the other one. And let's see. I'll leave the sliver that shows, I wonder if I should put it on the back side and maybe it wouldn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't feel like I needed anything over there. I think that might be okay. Or I could even cut that off. That's an idea. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try that. Okay, so I'm going to put these 2 divider cards in my template right there. I'm just talking to myself so that I know, try to remember where I put it. So I'm not looking all over for it in like a minute when I get this, after I get this glued down. Okay, and let me get this glue ready now. Put some glue on here. And this is all I did with the first one. Just put glue all over this, even on this little part right here that goes down onto the page. The little part of the tab right here. All around the holes. good. And then we'll stick this down, the strawberry card, up to the edge. Like I said, I'm going to call it the front edge. How about that? And there isn't much showing here, but we'll see how we like it when it's all said and done with the back piece. Oh, wait a minute, I need to move this. Well, maybe I won't be able to move it. Wait a minute. It wasn't even with the front there. Glad I was still able to pick that up, because you know how art glitter glue is. Okay, there we go. Now it's even. Pretty much. It looks even, and then I pick it up and... Okay. I think I've got it now. Okay. Let me press it down here. Edges. Okay, now let's do the back. And the back is this piece here, a solid red. So we're going to put it on the front edge again, like we just did. Let's see how much it looks like more will be showing over here. So we might just cut that off right there and then make our holes. I think that's an excellent idea. We will see. We'll try in a second. Usually need to let things dry a bit before you try cutting them though. But we're cutting off a sliver that we didn't glue on. Or did we? Yeah, I got glue on it right there, so we will have a little bit of glue to wipe off or let dry before we cut it. Okay, let me make sure this is all glued on the edge so that everything that we're putting on here sticks down well. And let's put this on the very outer edge, front edge, outer edge. And the top on the edge, the bottom's on the edge. Okay, the bottom edge is even, top edge looks good. Okay, so let's press this down all over. Trying not to get glue all over. Alright, so let me wipe a little bit of glue off right here and let that dry for a minute. Before we cut, we're going to cut this edge off right here, and then we'll make our holes. But let me let it dry for a minute and get the next divider card and the next card, which I put somewhere else. Where did I put them? Oh, avalanche. Oh, here they are. I buried them. Okay, let's do this blue one next. It's a different color. It's a wedding anniversary card, but I love this. This also looks like stitching around here, and the flowers look embroidered, but it's all paper. It's so weird because it really looks like stitching. And again, a 2-layer card. There's no writing on the inside of this one, so we can use it all. I still think I need to cut off the fold. Let me try. I want to make it as wide as possible to cover. Let's see if this one's... We're going to try cutting this a little bit different to try to make it a little wider. Like just that fraction that I'm cutting off the other one. Maybe if I cut it down the middle instead of cutting out the fold. We'll see how it works, how it goes. Okay, so I don't need that right now. And then it's plenty tall enough. So I am going to cut off this fold. I guess you could leave them together and then glue it all at one time, but I kind of don't want to do that. You know, you could just leave it. I could have left that fold on there and put glue on both sides and then tried to glue it in there, but I don't know. So the trouble with cutting off the way I just did down the center of the fold and trying to keep the width is now I have a little lip there. And that's why I cut off the fold, so I don't have that little lip. So now I still have to cut that off. So that's what I wanted to see, if I was going to have that lip. And I do. I knew it. I figured I would, but I wanted to try it anyway. So now I'm still going to cut off the fold so I can get rid of that little lip. I got to make sure it's even now. As we actually already cut it apart. Okay. Now is the lip gone? Yes, now it's flat. And it's flat. Okay, now we're good to go with those. And we'll be gluing them on this divider page. Let's go back to this one and see if it's dry enough to cut. I think it is. Let's try cutting it here. We'll get a nice straight cut. The bigger slivers on the back that shows. So I'm going to look at the back while I cut. And just cut that right off. It's pretty thick by the time you get, like I think I cut through some paper here. And then these are kind of cardstock. Are they cardstock? Yeah, they're cardstockish. Not really thick, but still. See, there it looks good. Okay, now we're gonna punch our holes and put it in the journal. It's like I can't wait till I see what it looks like. Here's our little template. I'm putting it in the middle of this divider page. You know, here's a little bit on the top, a little bit on the bottom. I'm gonna cut our holes real quick. I see holes flying. I need to empty my hole punch here. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to feel the inside of this hole and get it punched in the right spot. Yep, I got it. Okay, and then this one. It's thicker, so I'm trying to get it over the thickness of what I have here. Back into that little groove. And now this one. See, I press down a little bit so I can stay inside the hole and then punch. Okay, I think we did good. Alrighty, there it is. So here's the first one. And let's close that up, turn this page, and let's go ahead and put one here. I'll put this one here. And we might do some further decorating in here or cover up this little Hallmark emblem there, or I might not. I might leave it for the new person who gets this to decorate, but we'll see. Right now I'm going to leave it and then go ahead and let's glue this one down, see how this one turns out. So I think I have plenty of glue in this little bottle. It does, even though it's a little bottle, it does last a good bit, you know. When did I fill it up? Like a week ago? Was it a week ago? Maybe not quite a week ago, and it's not even half empty. So, and you can see I'm not like, well, I mean, I don't want to overuse the glue because, you know, first of all, you don't want too much glue on your project, and second of all, you don't want to waste it as far as, you know, putting more glue than you need, and, you know, and it's not cheap glue, so all the things we do. Okay, so I'm going to put this, center it on here and put it again at the front edge and see how it turns out. That's very pretty, isn't it? I like the blue and green, different than to go along with the red, a little bit different color. And then let's do this side. Wait, oh. Yeah, I have a little bit showing here, but it's all even on this side. Okay, well, let's do it. Let's get this second piece glued on. I thought it would be fun to use something besides scrapbook paper on these, you know, because I have plenty, I think I have lots of things to put in here. Like I like to put other things, other papers and fun things into a ring binder like this, things you can't normally put into a journal where you have to fold the pages. So a ring binder is a lot of fun to for something different. If you haven't made one or used one, they are a lot of fun to use and to make. All right, I'm trying to make sure this is on the edge here. Hold on, let me concentrate for a second. There we go. That's a pretty side too, even though it's just light blue. And that's all looks like. It's embossed and feels like and looks like embroidery. Okay, so we are going to cut this one too. I didn't know if we'd have to, but now I see I would like to. So we'll let this one dry for a moment. Just want to make sure that's all flat there. All the way around. Okay, so that's all together. We'll let that one dry for a moment, and then we'll cut that one. And the last one here, with the last card here. So this one is also, as with the others, 2 layers. So we're not going to waste time cutting it in half again, because we still cut off the fold on the other one. So let me cut the fold off of this one. This one's bigger, so we're probably going to have to cut this down some more. But we shall see in a second. So, oh, this inside of this one's good too. Okay, awesome. Let me cut this fold off. I'm just cutting the slightest sliver off there for the moment to just get that little, you know, so we don't have that lip when you cut it. Cut it off the other way. Okay, now see how much bigger this is. Quite a bit bigger. The width, let's see what's on here. Yeah, I was thinking to cut off this top part. I was thinking of cutting off the top part. Let me see how it would look. Let me block this here. Yeah, that would be pretty. I like it. I like it. And this, I have to do this separate, because on this I might cut off the bottom, because this is closer to the top. As far as, you know, if I cut off the same here, this is going to be like right at the top, this right here. And I'd rather have it down like it is now. So let's do this first piece here. And I'm almost afraid to, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to cut off this top part. There we go, that's how it looks. And so we got the length now. The width is a little bit wide too, so I think I'd like to keep this frame on the outer edge. I think that would be pretty, oh, it's almost exact. Now that I cut it, it's almost the exact, it's pretty much the same length as the divider page. And I'm going to cut off this side so it's not too wide. So I'm going to use this as a template here and just cut right there. Okay. Might be able to use that with my strips, I don't know. I think if I cut off that white part, I can use this little pink piece as in my strips that I make. Okay, so I'm going to say this is the front, so I'm going to glue this on here. And we're going to cut that other one in just a second. Let me go ahead and get this glued. Actually, I should glue this whole thing so that this can be drying while we cut that sliver off the other one. That's drying right now. Then we won't have to wait around. After this, I've got to go make some soup. Making my, which I've probably talked about before, vegetable soup. Homemade vegetable soup. It has a tomato-based broth, which I love. It's I put tomato sauce in it. I put water and then I put tomato sauce in it, so it's a nice tomato-based broth. You know, it tastes like tomato. It's tomatoey, like if you know have vegetable soup and it's like got that tomatoey kind of broth. That's what I like. That's my favorite. Okay, so there's the front of that one. Let's do the back now. And this is the back. And I said I want to cut off the bottom of this one. So let's use the scissors, which are getting buried. Let's get it straight here. Okay. I'm just going to use the scissors. Okay, yep, did it right, did it right. I was getting worried there, like I should have checked it again before I started cutting. Okay, let me get this even. And then we're going to cut off that little sliver right here, this little piece. Okay, so these two pretty much useless. So those are going in the trash. And we're going to glue this side down. And this is number 4. So yeah, I wasn't sure what I was going to do all during this video, but turned out I like decorating these or covering these and getting these in there. And then I'm going to look for, what I want to do next is look for the other things that I want to, you know, put in, you know, punch holes in and put into the rings. So I'm going to get all that stuff out. Let's see now. This is upright. Nope. See, I got it. Yep, I almost put it on backwards. This is upright. Good thing I checked. This is upright. And get even with the edges here. Okay. Yep, this almost has a little bit of discoloration starting there from age. That's just from age, like age spots or whatever. Natural aging, natural distressing. Okay, so there's a sliver of paper here. So this one we don't need to cut. This one's ready to go except for punching holes and making sure the holes probably need to be wait until it's dry. Well, there's a little bit of something right. You know what? This is this first cover, this page right here that we glued on the front. It's just a slightly shorter than. So I'm going to probably make a little cut right there, and maybe right here too, just to even that up. I don't have to, but I think it would look better. I just want to make sure this is all pressed together and dries solidly together. Okay, so let's let that dry for a second before I make any cuts or holes in that one. And let me put that up there to dry. And am I done with my glue? I think I am. Let's put the little pin in here and grab our other one that we need to cut a sliver off of. So we're going to make a nice straight cut here and get this evened up. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it really needs to be evened up too. There we go. Wait, I think I got it. Yep. Alrighty. Okay, so now the holes. So that looks really nice. That looks really nice. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I love that blue and green. It's a little, you know, it's a break from all the red and pink, right? Gives your eye a little break in your brain. Okay, let's cut these holes, punch these holes. So again, oh, you know what? I need to empty this hole punch. Okay, yeah, that was really full. I was afraid it was going to affect my hole punching abilities there. Okay, so I got it centered on here. Let me make sure. Okay, now I have it centered on here, pretty much. And it's in the slot. More like a slot than a hole, isn't it? That the template. Okay, yep, got it right up into that one. Trying to hold everything together. You could put a paper clip on it if you're worried about it sliding around. If you have to do something like this. I think this is probably a unique situation though, with this with these big wide holes here. Okay, let's see how this one looks. So exciting. It's upright. Okay, so we got one in here right there. And do we have a second one in here? Here's the second one. And so that is here, and then we turn this page, turn this page and put one here. I keep wanting to do the little things, but you have to use the rings. Okay, I'll put this on here, and this is how this one looks. Turns nicely. A little tight there, but I'd rather have it tight than it's not too tight that it's not going to turn. And then the next one will go, turn this page, and then we have, well, maybe we'll turn 2 pages and put the last one right here. So we need to trim up here and here on this one, and then punch our holes. So let's make a straight cut here. It was hardly anything that I just cut off. Do I need a little bit more? I think I do. It was like, that's all I cut off. Not even a sliver. It's like I cut off nothing, pretty much. Okay, another one of those though. A little bit more here. There's another little piece that I wouldn't mind. I think the glue's a little bit, not completely dry, so it's a little soft still to cut. But I got it with my scissors. And now there's a little sliver right here that I wouldn't mind cutting off. Let's see how we do with that one. I can't see it from this side, so I need to cut from this side. Okay, that should be good right there. Yes, let's see how this one cuts. I cut slow. I probably should have just chopped, right? I'm just being careful. That's what I cut off of that piece. All right, so there it is. That's glue right there. Or is that a previous hole underneath? Okay, let's get our template. Let's see where these holes land. Yep, they're in a good spot. Okay. And so I'm going to center this. It's a little, actually now this one is a little shorter than our template, so I'm going to make sure I'm going to center the card on the template. Keep it right there and punch our holes. All the holes are on the paper, as far as nothing's coming up over the top or anything, so we are good to go. And I think there's plenty of room on top of this for it to be nice and sturdy. As far as not punching a hole at the very top, too close to the top or something. So, and then this, there we go. Do it the same way as we did the others. But this is the smallest one because we cut a little bit, that sliver off the top and bottom. I'm going to put it right here. And then we are done for today. Cute. All right, so we used all the divider cards that I had. I think that's all there were in there. I mean, I don't remember using any of these before or selling any of them or anything. So I think that's all that was in there. But I know I did sell most of the plant cards that were in there, and maybe use some in a garden journal or something. But yeah, so we got a good amount. Let's see how thick it is now. Getting thicker, but still lots of room for stuff. So next video I will show you what I'm putting in there as far as other things, and can't wait for that because that's going to be some fun stuff. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.